Welcome to the Gray Area. It's your man Kevin Gray of 105.3 The Fan. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel at 105.3 at youtube.com/1053 The Fan. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel at Kevin Gray Sports on YouTube. The Dallas Cowboys find themselves getting a win on the road, 31-28, and probably their best game of the season since one Rain Dakota Prescott went down. Andy Dalton threw 3 touchdown passes. CeeDee Lamb looked like a superstar. Amari Cooper was all over the place making big catches when they needed to be made. Ezekiel Elliott went over 100 yards rushing for the first time this season, and Tony Pollard provided the Lightning with a 42-yard strike to help the Dallas Cowboys get their most complete win of this season on the road against a team in the Minnesota Vikings that had won 3 games straight. The defense was the story in this football game as Donovan Wilson secured his spot on the 2021 Dallas Cowboys roster with a couple of bone-jarring hits on Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook to force a couple of turnovers and give the Dallas Cowboys much-needed life on the defensive side of the football. DeMarcus Lawrence was his normal self-wrecking shop when Randy Gregory actually got to play in his 16 snaps, put Kirk Cousins on the ground 3 times. Yeah, the secondary got torched a little bit. Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen had their way with respect to Cheeto Awuzie and Anthony Brown. Now, I know Cheeto was coming back for the first time this season, but man, did he look like he was struggling out on the field, and Anthony Brown seemed like he was the complete mark on several plays. But despite all of that, the Dallas Cowboys get to 3-7 on the season and now find themselves only a half game out of first place in this pathetic and putrid NFC East. The Philadelphia Eagles, who lost to the Cleveland Browns, are now 3-6-1, and all 4 teams in this pathetic division now have 3 wins, with the Cowboys and the Washington football team now being able to play for first place on Thanksgiving Day in a might-be barn burner. We'll see. But for the Dallas Cowboys, it's very interesting. There was news from Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network that Mike McCarthy delivered an inspired message to his Cowboys football team, bringing out a series of pumpkins and said, "Hey, team, I apologize. I haven't delivered the objectives in the way that I've needed to in order to get the point across of what we need to do this Sunday against the Minnesota Vikings. So let me smash these pumpkins with a sledgehammer." Mike McCarthy inspiring his football team so much that a picture of Dalvin Cook placed on one of the watermelons that was out. DeMarcus Lawrence says, "Hey, give me that sledgehammer. Let me smash Dalvin Cook." That turned out to be a metaphor somewhat of what happened on Sunday for the Dallas Cowboys. Setting the tone early, Leighton, Vander, Donovan Wilson, DeMarcus Lawrence, and others about what kind of game it was going to be. You saw the physicality and the pain that the Dallas Cowboys were attempting to deliver, and apparently that was an inspired performance based on the inspired message that their head coach gave them. And it seems like that inspiring message, that message overall, is starting to be received better by the Dallas Cowboys from Mike McCarthy, Mike Nolan, and you got to give Kellen Moore a lot of credit for the game plan that he had on Sunday. A balanced run-pass attack, nearly perfect in terms of run-pass ratio, a little bit over 30 apiece on both the run and the pass. Ezekiel Elliott had his first 100-yard game of the season, started to look like his old self. Yeah, you didn't see the 25-yard, 20-yard burst, but you saw a patient runner in Ezekiel Elliott, who is starting to rub off on Tony Pollard. You saw some of the patience and creativity that he is starting to show at the running back position, and that is a function of learning from one Ezekiel Elliott. And for the offensive line, they finally started Zack Martin. Zack Martin, who has been called upon by fans, Cowboys Nation alike, to start at right tackle after La'el Collins had went down with an injury to end his season. The Cowboys, for some reason, refused to start Zack Martin. They're continuing to put out undrafted rookie Terrence Steele, and he got torched and burnt week after week. But Stephen Jones, the COO of the Dallas Cowboys, gave us a little bit of a window as to why Zack Martin may not have been starting at the time. Connor McGovern started at right guard on Sunday for the Dallas Cowboys against the Minnesota Vikings. And when you listen to Stephen Jones of 105.3 The Fan, it appears and sounds like he's suggesting that Connor McGovern's development was a major factor in finally being comfortable for the Cowboys to move Zack Martin to right tackle. McGovern's performance on Sunday now gives the Cowboys their best 5 available offensive linemen, with Cam Irving at left tackle, Connor Williams at left guard, Joe Looney at center, with Tyler Biadasz dealing with a hamstring injury, being placed on injured reserve. Now Connor McGovern at the right guard position, and the Hall of Famer to be Zack Martin at right tackle. They kept your man Andy Dalton clean, and we were wondering whether or not Dallas Cowboys offensive linemen could have enough to be able to keep Andy Dalton clean in the pocket to see if Andy Dalton actually was worthy of being the backup of this team, and you saw it on Sunday. When he actually had time in the pocket, he was able to deliver most of the time strikes to CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, and Michael Gallup when he wasn't dropping the football. So you saw the formula for the Dallas Cowboys. Good ratio when it comes to the run and the pass. Andy Dalton not turning the football over, although he did have one interception on an amazing play by Eric Kendricks. But at the same time, winning the turnover battle is a key to winning football games in the National Football League. And that's exactly what the Dallas Cowboys did, winning the turnover margin 2-1. And then defensively, for the third straight game, the Dallas Cowboys put together a really nice performance, and it seems like they are starting to click now on the kinds of cylinders that they need to try and somehow win this division. Now, I apologize for team tankers out there. This wasn't your week. For those who want to see the Cowboys continue to lose football games to try and get a top 5 NFL pick, by the way the Cowboys performed on Sunday against the Vikings, yeah, I'm sorry, Team Tank. It might not be your year. So, what does this mean? It means that you might want to get on board with the idea that this Cowboys team may accidentally find themselves winning this division and it being handed to them because of who is actually in this division. Carson Wentz is broken. The Giants apparently got turmoil on their coaching staff. And Washington is just Washington. So yes, after a pathetic start, it seems like one win backed up previously by a couple of performances, albeit in losses, have now given the Cowboys the kind of confidence to walk into AT&T Stadium on Thursday and potentially walk out with first place in the NFC East in their hands. And if that's the case, given the strength of schedule that they have, one of the worst in the National Football League, as they play the rest of their games, they could find themselves actually hosting a playoff game. Who would have thought that at the start of what has been a tumultuous, injury-riddled season for America's team, filled with tragedy and a comedy of errors, is now starting to turn into a drama that we have never seen quite like it in the 60-year history of the Dallas Cowboys. But hey, it's 2020. What else is new? You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Kevin Gray Sports. Be sure to subscribe to my channel on YouTube at Kevin Gray Sports, and subscribe to the 105.3 The Fan YouTube channel at youtube.com/1053 The Fan. This has been The Gray Area. I'll talk to you later. Peace.